Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Diddy Kong Racing. Starting out today with the huge waste of time that is Targus Challenge. This is the first time we've seen the Hovercraft, and this course is absolute bullshit. You see the course there goes through that waterfall, and unless you've already been through there, there's no way you would know that tunnel is there, looking outside it. And even if you do know it's there, you probably wouldn't be able to tell the track actually goes there, because these flag markers that mark out the track, you can't see the one that's inside the tunnel unless you're already halfway through the waterfall. It just makes an already bad challenge way worse. The best way to get into that tunnel really is to use that rainbow as like a pole marker, so you can use that to judge the turn so you don't end up crashing into the wall on either side. There's really not much to say about this. It's Taj's challenge. It's long, it's slow, it's boring, it's easy. The only really interesting thing about it is that turn there, which is kind of difficult. It works as like a chicane, but if you take it at the right angle and really anticipate it properly, you can take it as just one straight turn. This is me getting really bored and ending up just hitting trees, just for the sake of having something interesting happen. But anyway, this is really the first time we've seen the Hovercraft, and it functions, like plane, it functions very differently to the car. It's blown ahead by the fan on the back, which means the turning can sometimes have a bit of a delay on it. This is really mitigated by Crunch being really heavy. The Hovercraft might as well be Crunch's specialist vehicle, and it goes for Banjo as well. Both the heavy characters are really good in the Hovercraft because their weight stops the Hovercraft from being as floaty as it is with other characters.
Hello, friend. Select your
So another completed Taj challenge, another golden balloon,
Can I help you further?
and we can now get down to the actual good stuff in this video. Good stuff in this case being the battle arena and the boss. Back to Snowflake Mountain. You see it there after the last video. We are at 12 balloons now, which gives us enough to take on the next world.
Icicle Pyramid.
This is Icicle Pyramid, the battle arena of Snowflake Mountain, and it's not very good. It's one of those. It's a battle arena I really liked as a kid because, in a similar manner to Block Fort in Mario Kart 64, it's really wide, it's really open. Well, it's not very open actually; it's very enclosed. But there are lots of different levels. There's lots of places to be in it, and that makes it really fun to explore when you haven't seen it before. But you'll see what the real problem with it is as this goes on. The rules are standard battle rules. If you played Mario Kart 64 or any other kind of battle, then you know exactly what we're dealing with here. Every character has 8 bananas at the beginning, and I get stuck on there. That doesn't look like it should get you stuck, but it does. It's one of those weird things about that little overhang you can get stuck on for seemingly no reason whatsoever. But yeah, everyone starts the battle with 8 bananas. Getting hit means you lose 2 bananas, so effectively everyone has 4 lives. Running into a mine left by someone, or getting hit by a missile will lose you 2 bananas. And that's really the only way to take hits. Shields are there for defense. There are no boosts anywhere in the battle levels. The only real viable strategy is pick up 2 red balloons, get a homing missile, get someone in your sights, and just start blasting, really. This is a funny thing that happened while recording. You see there, Diddy is completely confounded by that wall. We'll go by there again, but you can see his blue marker on the mini-map, and you can see he is not moving from that spot. Diddy is completely stuck on that wall. So we're gonna put some effort into putting him out of his misery now. Try and nudge him away from there. Alas, it is unsuccessful and he continues to get stuck to that wall. I don't know. Maybe the wall dumped him and he's trying to get some revenge. The other thing that changes in the battle arenas when it comes to the green spike walls, and Diddy has somehow freed himself from the wall. The other thing that changes in the battle arenas is that the green balloons don't give you oil slicks, they go straight to the spike balls. I don't actually know whether collecting another one will upgrade it to the bubble. Because it doesn't seem like the bubble would cause enough of a hit to make you lose bananas. Now you're going to start seeing the reason why this really isn't that great for battle arena. The mini-map down there, you can see it. There are 3 different levels to this area. There's this bottom level here, and if we go up the ramps, we get to the 2nd level, and there's another ramp. And there's another ramp on the 2nd level that will take us up to the 3rd level. But eventually this arena just ends up always becoming the same thing. You grind to get your homing missile, and then you go in search of whoever the last remaining opponent is. And because the minimap tells you nothing of worth, you just end up driving around for ages, completely unable to find the character you're looking for. I think the dot on the minimap that represents each character, I think it gets bigger and smaller depending on whether or not they're on the same level as you. But it's not something you would know. I don't think it's mentioned in the manual. So there's just no way of telling. I think the dot gets smaller the closer they are to you in terms of height, which makes absolutely no sense. Like when I was playing, I was noticing that dot changing size, and I figured, right, if it's bigger, they must be on the same level as me. But the more I watch it, the more I think, no, that's not how it works. It's just completely counterproductive, so counterintuitive. I don't know what I'm saying. There's nothing going on. Like, this is all it is. I've got the homing missile, I'm just looking for Pipsy. And there she is, and thankfully, this is now over.
You won first prize.
Yep, we have 2 pieces of the amulet. There were various boring technical difficulties I won't go into, but we do have 2 pieces of the amulet now. Again, it's not going to come into play. The TT amulet isn't going to come into play until much, much later. But finally, we can go and take on the boss.
Well done! Now I challenge you to a race.
Yeah, it's a hilarious voice, I think. This is Bluey the walrus, and that's the last we're going to see of him. As I mentioned during the Taj challenge, Crunch and the heavy characters in general are really good in Hovercraft, and he just absolutely destroys this race. You remember I mentioned in the Tricky video that even when you've solidly won the race, you can generally hear the boss thundering behind you, keeping you going. You'll notice we can't even hear that. This boss has just been completely left in the dust. You notice that the boost from that blue balloon was green. That's because I discovered when doing some practice runs that if you let go of the accelerator when using blue balloons, you'll get the same boost as if you let go of the accelerator when going over zippers, which is quite interesting and a nice little detail. Yeah, look, he's not even on the finishing straight.
for my new challenge. Collect all the silver coins from the snow world. Collect 8 from each level and win. Then come back and see me.
I've got something special for you.
Taj telling us something we already know. Yeah, you notice balloon values on each door have gone up, indicating that we've unlocked the silver coin challenge here. We're not going to be doing that until much later. For some reason we don't fly out of the door, we spawn in front of it, which, again, it's one of those things that makes no sense, but Snowflake Mountain, for the time being, is done. The next world is in there. So Thread, it's time for you to vote. What character will we be taking on the next world with? Drop your votes, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.